Bueno, bro, vosotros, bienvenidos a Conexionsurfing, el lugar donde hablamos de surf y de olas.
Prepárate a ver nuestro mejor surf y sus protagonistas.
¿De qué le podemos hablar hoy, bro?
Pues no lo digo, lo veamos.
Atentos.
Repasaremos la situación del World Championship Tour 2019 tras las 5 primeras pruebas disputadas y hablaremos de lo que es el fantasy. Conoceremos al prestigioso shaper John Flanagan, que estuvo de visita por España. Extraordinario ambiente en la presentación en España de la película Momentum Generation. Estuvimos con el realizador norteamericano Taylor Steele.
Welcome to the show, gran espectáculo del CT.
En Australia, con 2 pruebas, en Gold Coast y Bell Beach, en Keramas, Indonesia y en Brasil, han disfrutado del mejor surfing mundial. Aquí también lo hemos hecho en Conexionsurfing.
Exactamente, y ahora toca el turno de J-Bay, Jeffreys Bay, también conocido como J-Bay, su abreviatura. Vamos a ver cómo queda el ranking después de las 5 pruebas disputadas.
Está súper emocionante.
Está apretadísimo, bro. Comencemos por el cuadro femenino.
Pues como podemos ver, tras la victoria de Sally Gibbons en la última prueba, pues se coloca líder del Mundial, seguida por la hawaiana Carissa Moore, Stephanie Gilmore, Courtney Colón, Lakey Peterson, Carolina Marks, la gran revelación con tan solo 17 años, Tatiana Weston-Webb, que como vemos es la única brasileña del top 10 femenino, Malia Manuel, Brisan Hennessy y Joan Defoe, la única surfista europea en el CT.
También comentar este año ganan lo mismo los chicos que las chicas, y si os fijáis es un buen dinero ganado para estar encima de tu tablita de surf.
No está nada mal, ya lo creo.
Vayamos a los chicos.
Vamos con la categoría masculina. Eso es, y vemos que a pesar de la lesión de John Florence en Brasil, pues mantiene la primera posición y la licra amarilla. Color andino, cuidado con él porque se sitúa en segundo lugar. Felipe Toledo sube 3 puestos tras la victoria en Brasil, y Jordi Mir, Carolina Garasi e Ítalo Ferreira, cuidado con los brasileños. Ítalo baja 3 puestos, empezó muy bien Ítalo, pero parece que se está un poco desinflando.
Y vemos que los ganantes son iguales, bro, así que equitativo, que paridad.
Bueno, bro, el ranking está, el CT, muy interesante.
I can't wait, man, I'm so excited.
Mucha emoción. Como emoción la puedes obtener jugando al Fantasy, ese juego del cual hemos hablado en anteriores programas y del cual puedes seguir cada prueba del CT.
Exactamente, así tiene un poquito más de emoción. Nosotros aquí tenemos nuestro equipo, no sé qué estás esperando para crear el tuyo, Fantasy Surfing.
Y ese pique que tenemos nosotros también, ¿no?
Pique sano.
Eso.
High performance surfboards, mixing both of them. I really like to do them boards, but also the high performance board, trying to blend the curves right, because they're doing quite crazy things these days on surfboards. It's totally different than what it was 10 years ago even. We knew they were going in that direction, but we had no idea that they were going to do what they're doing. The aerial antics are just incredible.
All right, we got the nose, we got the rails, we got the rocker, we got the tail.
Yeah.
Las formas de la tabla son impresionantes, eso es una tabla muy fina, si no estás hecho un campeón, te hundes, bro. Pero bueno, hablando de tablas y tal, eso va a dar paso a nuestro siguiente reportaje, ¿no?
Efectivamente, hablamos con Jason Flanagan, uno de los shapers más influyentes e importantes del panorama internacional, que estuvo por Glassing Monkey.
Y dejó su sello de gran shaper y gran persona.
My name's Flanagan, Jason Flanagan. Been shaping for about 3,000 years. Surfboards have always been around my life since I was really young. All my father's friends were shapers and musicians, and the town was loaded with talent. Good surfers, good shapers. As a kid, I was in the floors like here in the shape room, walking into shape rooms as a young kid, as a child, as a baby, and I kind of always knew I'd do it later on. But at that time, we just surfed and and just had that sort of lifestyle. Later on, I started working, building houses, and I went, no, I'm going to do what I love. So I sort of got right into making surfboards. In the beginning, it was just for myself and close friends. And not long after, a few of my friends started doing contests. They were on the WCT or WQS. And I was just in a good position. There was a real lot of young, good surfers around. A little bit younger than me, but I was keeping the level up with those guys, trying to. Those guys were doing the competition. And I had a lot of good feedback, and it sort of, motivated me to keep going, doing this. And, I just evolved from that. I just got, the boards, I got great feedback straight away, got good results in contests. Guys are winning contests in Europe. WQS events, and come on, the board's great. And it's like, that sort of thing just keeps you going. I still ride high performance surfboards myself, so it's kind of what I focus on. But the hybrid high performance as well, twin fins, it's kind of mixing retro elements with high performance surfboards, mixing both of them. I really like to do them boards, but also the high performance board, trying to blend the curves right. Because they're doing quite crazy things these days on surfboards, It's totally different than what it was 10 years ago even. We knew they were going in that direction, but we had no idea that they were going to do what they're doing, The aerial antics are just incredible. The way they land the board, you've got to just make sure, you're designing boards now for landing airs and big calves and barrels all in one board. Yeah, it's a bit of an art form actually. It's, but you get it. I'm happy to keep my level high in the water. Well, in my mind, and sort of try to put my boards in positions that those guys go for. Not getting in the sky, but I sort of know what they want to do. Start developing a model from scratch and blending ideas, and I'll write it first. Then I'll start to feed it out to. Yeah, not really team writers, just clients even that want to try something new, they're actually the best feedback, because those guys are paying for boards, they're honest. Where a team rider will just sort of, this one goes, this one doesn't, and the client he'll explain more what's going on with the board, I get more off those guys than team riders. Some team riders know what they're talking about, but most don't. It's eco-friendly, that's what they want to do, that's what we want to do, but.
As in using epoxy material?
Yeah, all that, just eco-friendly material, but I haven't seen it yet.
Material good enough yet?
Yeah, exactly. It's there. They're trying, which is great. You see this new stuff, but a lot of it's kind of, a lot of it's not really what they say. It's still the age-old blanks like Dion, Formula One, Burford.
Everybody's still
that
using
technology is so old, but it's still the best as far as look at the guys on tour. They're still riding. Yeah, like Philip Toledo. Supposed to be the most modern surfer, went from epoxies and everything back to PU, and that technology is like 60, 70 years old. So they haven't come up with the right formula yet, but they will. It's getting there, it's getting closer, it's all wrapping in. It's going to happen.
Bueno, interesante lo que nos ha contado Flanagan en esta pieza, ¿no? Pero,
por supuesto.
Sin duda la influencia de su padre, Patrick Flanagan, shaper y propietario de la tienda Down to Earth.
¿Sabes qué significa Down to Earth?
Dímelo.
Hacia la tierra, con los pies bien firmes en la tierra, aterrizado, tranquilo.
En esa época dorada del surf australiano.
Que son los 70.
Maravillosos. Bueno chicos, pues te tocó moverte a ti esta vez, en esta ocasión, Bruno.
Efectivamente, estuvimos en una presentación de Surf Music and Friends, gran festival que hay todos los veranos, y también tuvimos la gran oportunidad de presenciar la presentación del documental Momentum Generation con el gran Taylor Steele.
Le invitarías a una sidra, por lo menos.
Faltaría más, hombre.
¿Y a un cachopo?
Por supuesto.
Vale. Vamos a verlo.
Friendships, relationships, is winning worth giving up those things?
So what brings you here to Avilés?
I'm just going to show a new documentary, Momentum Generation, and just share it with Spain.
It seemed like we were making an impact at the time. We were just a bunch of kids living the dream and traveling around the world.
Well, the story is about a group of friends, my friends, for the last 30 years. So I'm too biased and too close to it to be even a part of the production. And so I was one of the characters, and I did an 8-hour interview and gave him 8,000 hours of footage.
Only?
And then didn't see him for 3 years. And then this is what came out of it.
There was two things that were important to us. Getting a good section in Taylor's movies and making it on the world tour.
You know, I would say like in the last 5-6 years, we've really come back together and been really tight lately. I was just in Brazil with Kelly, just as a fun friend trip, and just yeah, just we text each other every day, like the group of people, every day.
Might be a fun group to be in, huh?
It's the stuff we talk about in text are like not appropriate for most eyes.
There's a change to it all getting serious.
Kelly's always been the one that was crawling into his own shell, but he was the one that created this wonderful thing where we all keep in touch daily.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, what's great about the group is that they're sort of staying relevant, and they're 47 years old and still doing it. Shane's still one of the best big wave surfers. Kelly's still on tour. Rob's still styling and surfing great. So yeah, we're close now, and I think this movie was a great thing because we got to see what happened in our history through their eyes and hear their perspective on it and feel their pains and their joys during different highs and lows of our life.
Back to being kids again.
Pues nada, enhorabuena por este reportaje. Joder, con tal estilo.
Thanks a lot, man.
Okay. Bueno, pues una enhorabuena a Carlos Meana y a todo su equipo de Surf Music and Friends. Recordar, primera semana de agosto en Salinas, Asturias. Y no vi el cachopo al final, bro.
Pues no pudo ser esta vez.
Bueno, pues no sé si cachopo, pero para la próxima semana están en el horno unos contenidos interesantes que van ahora mismo.
El Mundial ISA del Onboard se celebró en Biarritz. Nos desplazaremos un rato hasta la punta de nuestro 9 pies. Nos iremos de surf trip con Carlos Fernández a Marruecos, el reino de las derechas. Coincidimos en el Open Surf de la Hierbabuena con Goni Zubizarreta, con el que charlamos sobre surf y sus próximos proyectos.
Yo que tú no me lo perdería.
Vale.
Mientras tanto, os dejamos con las imágenes de Momentum Generation, el documental. Es una película para verlo. Hay que disfrutarla y verla. Y no te olvides de no perder la conexión con nuestras redes sociales. Conexionsurfing vuelve la semana que viene.
Kelly's always been the one that was crawling into his own shell, but he was the one that created this wonderful thing where we all keep in touch daily.
It brought us back to being kids again.
Me caí de la tabla, me levanté, me caí otra vez, got hammered, I got slammed. It was a terrible wipeout, a horrible wipeout, a tremendous wipeout, a gnarly two-wave hold down, pobre de ti.
Hasta el próximo programa. Right?